What is up, MFers? Pumped for the video today because it has my favorite thing in it, and that is giant bass. Double digits only. I'm going to run through my biggest fish of 2024, and they're all gonna be double digits. I'm not gonna show you anything under, including some never before seen footage of a couple very special fish that I think you guys are gonna like. So stay tuned for the end for that one. 2024 was a really weird, different year for me because I was out fishing on the Elite Series, and so I didn't get a chance to spend, a lot of my spawn all the way until September really targeting these giant bass like I usually do. But still, I think I ended up with somewhere around 15 to 20 double-digit bass on the year, and I'm not gonna show you all of those and take your time with that, but I think we're just gonna do like the top 10 or so, 10-ish bass, double-digit bass that I got on film. I'm gonna run you through some of the baits and presentations, some of them you've never seen before that I wasn't able to show then, that I caught these fish on. And then if you stay tuned to the end, there's gonna be a very special catch that I can't wait to show you guys that I've never shown really anybody. Before I get started, I want you guys to comment right down below what your biggest bass was in 2024. Without further ado, let's start it off with a bang. Let's get into a day where I caught not one, not two, not three, but 4 double-digit bass in one day. Yeah, quite an epic day. Let's turn the tapes back and go watch that right there.
That's a big one. This place, it's only a show enough if it's over 9 pounds or something. Don't go in the tree. You're a bass. You like to live in the water, not the tree. Ooh, that could be a special one. Thought it looked extra big. He's freaking circling the dang boat like a shark. Oh, that's a Gina. That's a daggum Gina. Oh, buddy. Bud. Oh, juggle bud. Look at that one. She got a little bit of the fungus, but ooh, bud. Hell yes. Whew. That's amazing. Don't shake. For those playing at home, that's a 12-28 freak. Galadon. But it might be a 10. I thought maybe when it 8, when I saw it on there. Yeah, that's a 10. She liked that little juggle. Amy, what you know about that? Whoops. My crap wasn't on. Are you guys on? Ah, piss. You might not have seen it. Nah, you saw a lot of it, but little juggle minnow. Yeah, that's a big one. There's my little juggle man. Juggleman, jig head. It seems simple, but the bags like it, see? Tail not touching. 10:56. Oh God. Get through the tree, please, sir. Oh, it's a mega giant. Yep. Give me your mouth, girl. Give me your mouth, Gina. Look at that. She's like, hey, I want to live on the bottom. Nope. The jiggle juggle gonna pull you right on out of there. We got the sun. Let me block out the sun for you. All right, that should be money. Come on, big girl, eat it. Got her. Oh, she just came up and nipped it. She just came up and nipped it. Emmy's about to freak out. We got a coyote over there. What is that, Emmy? This is a giant. This is an absolute freak on the Provoke 97. One hook. One hook. Oh, she's barely got it too. Oh, meat fest. Meat fest. Coyotes howling behind us out here. How big is that one? $11.60.
So a few things to note from that day. That was early in 2024, and I had been on the jig head minnow thing, but it was kind of the first time I really realized, I guess, the power of, I had two baits that I caught them on. Mostly it was on this guy, the little jungle minnow, but it was slick calm, and the thing that I figured out that day was I could put it on a super light jig head, this 1/16 of an ounce, and I could really pop that bait. And this thing has so much flowing, rolling action. There's a reason this has been one of, if not the top selling minnow across the country this last few years, the 6-inch jungle minnow. I'll link everything I use down below as well for you guys to check out. You know, it looked like shooting fish in a barrel. It looked really easy, but at the same time, I was throwing like an 1/8, a 1/4 ounce jig head. They wouldn't touch it until I went to like this 1/16 ounce really small size. So that's something that I definitely have deployed a lot since then with a lot of success, going as light as I possibly can, especially when the water's really slick calm. That can make a huge difference. It doesn't matter if you're fishing for fish down in 20 feet of water. When it gets really slicked off like that, or when it's post front, or when the sun's high, a lot of times they just want something that is just barely coming through the column, rolling around, flowing like this thing does. It's absolutely freaking killer. And then the other bait that I wasn't really able to show was this Ozzie from 6 Cents Fishing. And you might see a bit of a theme with some of these catches, but few retailers have this Ozzie Copper State, had some of these guys in. I think they might still. We're coming out with this bait this next week. This is a very special bait. You're gonna see it a little bit later too. I can't wait to show you. But yeah, this thing has already been flying off the shelves. I think Copper State sold out of most of the colors from what the owner told me. So be on the lookout for the 6 Cents Ozzie. A little bit bigger profile than the Juggle, and it is. It's a great bait, a great rolling style bait. I've told you guys this a lot already, but that's why we call it the Ozzie. It oscillates. And because my son's name's Ozzie and he's fucking cool. So, and just like the Juggle, of course, you can use the Ozzie as a chatterbait, spinnerbait trailer, swim jig trailer. Even if you're hopping it around, you just want some really natural action. There's more to do than just put on a jig head. But absolutely killer baits. I can't wait for you guys to get this one too. It'll be out very soon. And you guys noticed I caught one on the jerkbait. This exact one, actually. This exact Provoke DD, 97 DD, that is. This is actually one of the very first trips I got to use the 97 size of the Provoke. The smaller size is the DD version, and this color is Ghost Ice Minnow, I believe. For whatever reason, absolute killer. You think smaller size bait, smaller size jerkbait, you're not gonna catch as big a fish, but it's been the opposite for me. I think it's a pressure issue where fish have seen a ton of baits that are that 100 to 115 millimeter length size. This is a little bit smaller profile, still has really nice darting action, still casts really well. But yeah, 97 DD Provoke. And while we have this bait out of my hands, let's run over to Lake Fork, where I did some pre-practicing last year, and show you guys a fish that you never saw, because I didn't want to put some of the areas and the baits on film before we went and fished our Elite Series tournament there. So without further ado, let's run to Lake Fork, see this guy in action again.
Oh, that's big. Oh, I don't know what I hooked here, but it's big. Probably another damn catfish, I suppose. It's fighting different though. Kind of fighting like a catfish though still. There was 2 of them fighting over it though, and it was hard to get them to bite, so there's a chance it's a bass fish. It's a giant bass. Oh my. Oh my. That is a damn 10. Look at that one. 2 of them right there like that. That's a show enough freak on that provoke. That bait is the deal, man. $12.22.
So this next catch was probably the most bizarre catch of my entire life of any size fish, let alone a double-digit bass. So just to set the stage quick, we were fishing offshore structure and we could not get these fish to react to any baits, whether it was minnow, a jig, something drug on the bottom. I mean, we're talking almost 30 feet of water they were down in, but they were loaded there. Couldn't get them to eat anything. Wouldn't eat a glide, wouldn't eat just any of your basic winter offerings. The water was super cold and it was very clean, so a natural presentation was needed. And it turned out, we started throwing some deep crankbaits out, wouldn't eat them, wouldn't react to them. One of these times I was just doing a stop and go retrieve, and I noticed when I stopped it, I was just gonna let it sit there for a while. As the bait rose up, I don't know if it spirals up, this 500 DD from 6 cents. This is the bait I caught it on, but I don't know if it was spiraling up or it was just, you know, slowly raising off the bottom. When this bait got up like 5 to 8 feet off the bottom, those fish would start working their way up to it and meet it. We didn't catch very many like this. And sure, you know, I've caught plenty of them. Burning the crankbait, stop. Boom, they eat it right there. Burn it, stop. Burn it, stop. Boom, they eat it right there on the pause. This was like pause it, let it come up, and you're watching it on live scope, raising, raising, raising. It's like 1 foot above them, nothing. 2 feet above them, nothing. 3 feet above them, nothing. 4 or 5 feet above them, they start to pique their interest. You can see those fish perk up on the bottom. And once it got higher and higher, all of a sudden you'd have streaks coming up off the bottom to meet that bait. Sometimes, you know, 5 to 8 feet below the surface after they'd followed it up 20 feet off the bottom. Totally bizarre. Let's get into this one.
I don't know why they would, but I'll put a panorama on a leader 2 feet behind my crankbait, so when I stop it and it's floating up, there's something natural behind it. Oh, that one got it, and it's huge. Yes. That is a freak show that came up and ate that, dude. I mean, a baggin'. He's got buds down there. I haven't even moved him off the bottom yet, Cole. Good thing I switched up. I actually just spooled up some 12-pound because I, of course, didn't think I'd be deep cranking in 42-degree water. So anyways, I didn't, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, it's so big. Oh, it's just in the top of his head too. Oh, come on. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Are you kidding me? Freaking, are you kidding me? You ever seen a fish eat it like that? Freaking dub, bud. I swam this 500 DD down to the roadbed, got almost to the edge, stopped it, started floating up, and this one just... How fat is that one, Cole? 10.06. Double digit, 500 double digit, bod.
Let's flip flop. Let's switch things up a little bit. Let's go to some of my big glide bait catches. I know a lot of you guys have followed me for years, specifically because you like throwing big baits or because you wanted to learn more about throwing big glide baits or big soft baits. Let's get into some of my double digit bass catches last year that I caught on glide baits.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. She freaking came up and crushed that glide. Just like they're supposed to. That's a show enough bagging. I mean a bagging. 10, 12. She big and she's mean and she's ready. Oh no! Got us, buddy. Yes, on the glide. That's a giant one. Oh, look at that mouth. Oh, that's a big one. No, no jumping, please. No jumping, please. Oh my goodness. Look at that giant one on the glide. That's a dub right there, boys. Whew. That's a stud right there. That's a giant. Let's get her on the scale. I think she's got a, yeah, she's got a huge gizzard down her throat. All right, let's see where she goes. 10-9. Get out of there. Oh God. How big is this one? Oh my God. No, we're not gonna do that jumping shit again. We're gonna come over here. I'm gonna catch you. That's what we're gonna do. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that freak. Look at the head on this freaking donk. When she came up and jumped, I about pooped my pants. Look how long this fish is, guys. 0, right? 27 and a quarter. How big are you, old Bertha? That's what I thought right there. 12-10.
Still undeniable how effective the big wide glide is. Next catch we're gonna go to was on my trip with a fan last year. You guys saw that guy. He won, I think he paid $17,000 to fish with me for a day. Won the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame auction. Absolutely blows my mind. Insanity. I wasn't able to show the bait that I caught that giant fish on because it was way early in prototype phase, and I actually had never used it until this day. And I'll hold off. Let's watch the fish catch, and then I'm going to show you the bait I caught it on.
What the? Oh, there he saw it finally. Oh, the big one's gonna swerve it, and the small one wants it. No, eat it, big one. That's definitely a good fish. If I can just get him to bite.
Yeah, I thought the Sudies were cool with the brake. The back was reversed in the boat. That tops it, I think.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna do it.
Sure.
Yes. That's a real one.
That's the real one?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a different caliber guy right there.
Yes,
He took
sir.
some backwards twiddling of the sea brakes back there, but we got him. That's a Waller, Gina.
What do you think, he's 7, 8?
10. He might be 10. I don't think he's 10, but it depends on how big his belly is. Cole, whatever. It's 10. Came up and slurped that little prototype bait. Oh man, that's a big one. Oh, there he is. He's pretty good size, Cole.
Oh yeah, that's a monster.
Oh
Oh
bud.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Good one.
That's a good one.
Heck yeah, bud. Heck yeah, bud. You're way off, Cole. 1034. You said it was right at 10. Dude, you're 0.34 off.
Here's the bait I caught on. It was actually the 4-inch size, but this is a new bait from 6th Sense that I designed. It's called the Strobe Shaker, and it is a bad little sumbitch. We got it in the 4-inch size, we got it in the smaller 3-inch size, and we got it in the 5-inch size. Again, gonna be released in the next few weeks. I hate doing this. I hate promoting baits when you guys can't get them yet. As you can see, they're in the clamshells, packaging, colors, everything's done. But very, very soon. And a lot of you guys are obviously gonna watch this weeks, months, maybe even years in advance. And so these baits will be available, but this is a unique bait. Let me take one out really quick. I know not everyone, I'd say some people are fatigued by jig head minnow baits. That's why we tried to come out with some different styles of jig head minnow baits for people. And so you got everything from this Ozzie right here with very, very little detail, almost just a hue, unnatural looking bait, which for some reason can be so much more effective than a painted supernatural style bait some days. Some days they want this guy more. But this bait is very unique because it has this bill in the front. And there's a handful of baits on the market that have bills on the front. Most of them are JDM style baits. This one's a little bit different because we made it with a different material. We put it in a different place and we made it a little bit bigger and more pronounced on all 3 of these different sizes, which is going to allow this bait to roll on bigger sized jig heads than ever before used with other style baits. And it creates a secondary action where if you do a really, really slow, steady retrieve, it'll actually wobble just like a scrounger style head. So very, very effective bait. I told Casey I want it to be called, we had a few ideas actually, but what we landed on, I came up with the Strobe. And so we have the Strobe Minnow, which is basically this exact same bait, no bill, and this is the Strobe Shaker, has the bill on the front. And the reason it's called a strobe, as you can see, it's got this silver paint. All or most of these colors have a silver paint painted on the bottom or on the sides. And when this thing's rolling, when you're popping it really quick, it's throwing so much flash, it looks like a little strobe light down there. And as you can see, completely see-through, very, very natural bait, painted. It's going to be a really, really good fish catcher. I'm actually going to put this thing to use a lot now that it's going to finally cool down in Texas here these next few weeks, and we're about to have some damn winter. I cannot wait for that. Speaking of, let's go into another day where I caught behemoths on this guy once again.
There we go. Glide your ass over. This one's definitely bigger and definitely interested. Got her. Oh, that's a giant one. Catfish? No. Giant bass. Just a freak, dude. I'd be very disappointed if she's like 6 pounds, but I don't think so. Gotta be at least a 10. What if she got wrapped around her like that? Or she's just blowing bait out? Oh, wow. Do what you want to do. Oh! Kidding me? You kidding me? You should have seen how much she blew out. Freak show, guys. Absolute freak zilla. Can you see that? 12-16, 12-18, 12-10. That is a 0. That's way different than a 12-16. It's 12-10. Sorry, guys. Freaking 12-10, bud. I'm acting like the one a little bit ago that was also a... That's got to be a good cast. Yeah. That's big. I ain't gonna go get it. That's really big. Yeah, that's giant. Showing off Waller gene is what that is. Oh, that's a big and cold. That's a big, and I told you. I told you. Freaking Waller Gina. Freaking Waller Gina. What? What? No wonder it was floating around looking like a beach ball. It's shaped exactly like a damn beach ball. Oh, damn it, Cole. Freaking 11:24.
Yeah, need I say more? One more thing I wanted to show you with this strobe shaker. This is the live gizzard color. We do have some painted colors, some photo finish colors, I should say. All of them are painted colors. But this is the small size. And look at this little guy. This little tiny 3-inch size is exactly the profile that those big giant bass were eating that day. And that guy's an absolute killer. He rolls like crazy. So good. So effective for those fish. I can't wait for you guys to get some of these baits in your hand. So let's go to my biggest bass of the year. And once again, fishing way out deep. I actually, earlier in the morning, I'll show you this clip. I caught a 10-pounder earlier that morning, kept fishing around, and if you fish down for Florida strains in Texas or anywhere in the south that have these Florida strains, you'll know that for whatever reason on some days, like most days, like 90% of the days, those giant ones either won't show up at all. You'll never see one on your forward facing. You'll never see one follow your bait, nothing. Or they'll follow just barely or run away from your bait or whatever. They're not interested at all. Some days, like 5% of the time, I would say, maybe 8% of the time, I would say, they're actually in a mood where they'll swipe at something, or you'll get them to actually react or follow or chase hard, or you'll get 1 bite a day or 2 bites a day from these giant fish. And that's great, obviously. Those are the days that we hope for. And then there's the other type of days, like the 1 or 2% of times you're out fishing, and for whatever reason, it doesn't make sense weather-wise a lot of times. It doesn't make sense with the time of year, with where they're at in their spawn progression, whatever. They will show up. They show up and they bite. And this day was one of those days where they bit. It was, I caught a 10-pounder, I caught multiple other 8-pounders, and then I caught this one, which was a 13-plus pound bass. Again, all my damage that day on this little tiny jig head, 6 cents juggle minnow right there.
Oh, that's a baggin'. I thought this was a damn gar down there. Get out of the trees. Get out of the trees. My damn leader knots have been shitty today, apparently. Hopefully this one's better. We're gonna be in trouble if it's not. Yep, that's what I figured. Oh my god, it's so big. Did you guys see that fish? Could have netted her 17 times by now. Got me. Oh my goodness. Look at that one. That is a show enough freak show, guys. Definitely probably in that 12-pound range. Let's see. Oh my god, look how big she is. Okay. Oh my, look at that. $13.48. That is a special one.
Okay, and last but not least, I'm so excited to show you this because it was from a fishing trip this fall with my son Ozzie, and I freaking love getting that dude out on the water. And if you guys have a little kid that you fish with, he's 4 years old right now. He's gone through phases where he's obsessed with fishing. It's all he wants to do. Sometimes he only wants to fish for bluegill. He doesn't have anything to do with bass. Sometimes he's like, well, why would we go for bluegill? All I want to do is catch bass. Sometimes he wants to sit in the boat and pull out all my plastic baits and cut them up with the scissors some days he's all about it, some days he's not, but regardless, we always like to get out and I like to take him as much as I possibly can. So this was a special day where I was actually fishing and I started seeing some of these fish, and I didn't have my cameras going because I don't like to film a lot. I do want to make more videos with Ozzie this year, so I'm not going to say that I'm never going to film videos fishing with Ozzie, but I fish with him a lot. And I don't think it's, you know, the right thing to do to try to focus my time on, you know, being a video guy or acting or trying to stage something in any manner. I want it to be natural. I want him to enjoy his experience with me, and I want to give him 100% of my time when I'm out there fishing with him to help him learn and just enjoy our experience together. So I was out fishing, didn't have the cameras rolling or anything. Ozzie hooks up with a giant, and I get my phone camera out. And so it's all vertical that I recorded this, but yeah, Ozzie hooks up, fights a giant fish, we get into the boat, and yeah, you just watch how big it is. It's awesome.
Reel down, lift up. Oh, let him go, let him go. Got him? Okay, lift up just a little bit. Not too hard, not too hard. Hold on a second, you go this way with him. He wants to get in the trolling motor, doesn't he? All right, reel up a little bit. Reel a couple more times. Can you reel or is it too heavy?
Too heavy.
You got him, dude. Okay, lift him up. Lift him up to dad. Oh, Ozzie! Woo!
Yeah.
10-pounder! You did it!
Yeah.
Look at that one! You got a 10-pounder, dude!
Yeah.
Look how big it is! That's bigger than you!
Yeah.
Great job! That's awesome, man! Oh my goodness.
It's as big as you.
It's as big as me! Heck yeah! Should we put on the scale and weigh it?
Yeah.
Deal. Dude, give me some. Ready to make it official?
Yeah.
Get him on the scale. Dude, hold on. It's gonna be really close. Hold the scale up really high. Look at that. It's locked in. Look, what's it say?
I don't know.
10. What's that? What number is that? 10.
10.
10 pounds, 3 ounces.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, dude, look at that.
That was absolutely a special moment. Ozzie loved being able to catch that one, put it back in. He released it himself, which he helped to release it himself. He couldn't lift it because I think he weighs like 40 pounds maybe. So that fish was a quarter of his size. How many people have caught a bass a quarter of their weight? Yeah, that's a wrap. Let's put a bow on 2024. Yeah, I definitely, I realize I'm not trying to gloss over it, about the arrest stuff and all that and everything that happened. I still can't talk about that quite yet until everything's finished up with that, and then I'm going to tell you guys plenty about what happened, but I want to let you guys know I'm not trying to hide it. I'm not, you know, I told you guys about this from the start. I posted about it on Instagram and Facebook. I told you about that it happened in several videos, and so I just want to let you guys know that we'll be talking about that. You know, it's a slow process with the court system. Might be something we can make a video about in the next week. Might be something that we can't make a video and talk about until, you know, like April, which would suck, but that'll come very soon. And I assume you guys don't come to my fishing channel to talk about legal advice or any types of fishing criminal court cases and stuff like that. I assume you come to my channel because you want to watch fishing or our adventures fishing. And we're gonna have plenty of that. And like I said, I have some really exciting announcements. I need to kind of get it a little bit more organized before I announce it to you guys. And then, of course, I get to announce my new boat, some of my new sponsors, a new boat that I'm going with for 2025. I'll just leave it at that. I'm doing something crazy with what series I'm fishing this next year that you guys are probably going to be really surprised with. And that's all I'm going to tease moving forward. So thanks for watching this one, MFers. Again, drop your comment down below of your biggest bass of 2024. And if you have any goals for fishing for 2025. All right, MFers, I'm out of here. Peace.
I'm not sorry.